Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, the machine I'm going to do together with you would be Undiscovered on the Vulnhub. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want. From my viewpoint, this machine is all good, which involves a variety of techniques. So I think this machine deserves your own practice. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get inside the Kali Linux VM to begin our journey of pen testing. So the first thing of the first would be to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use is net discover as always. So now we can fire up our net discover. As you can see over here, I use the, oh no, sorry, my bad. So the IP address of the target could be identified as 181. So what we are going to do next is to scan the port and surface information about the target with a map. To save time, I've already completed before, so for now, we just get out its result. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and then followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. And the last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. Although its IP address has been changed from the first time when I did the machine. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open port number. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service and also the version information. Although this version is not a very new one. However, I don't think we can find any vulnerability or any suitable vulnerability for this case. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information. And the next one is 111. I think we have made this port number for many times, which is running some sort of RPC. Of course, I think in most cases we do not need to care for this port number or service. And the next two are used by the NFS. So what are we going to do next? We need to do immersion with NFS service because, as I mentioned in the other videos, if the service like FTP service, the NFS service, sample service, such service should become the first choice to enumerate. So this case should be NFS. So how to enumerate? We can use the utility show mount and with option of E to display the export of the target. And as you can see, however, we got the error, program not registered, which is fine. So next we need to do the enumeration with HTTP service, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up our browser to do the manual enumeration first, and we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. So we are having trouble finding that site, so we cannot connect to the server at this host name. Of course, it's so obvious that we need to append this entry into the host file we can copy. Also, we can paste in our notebook. So the domain should be this one. And now we can use command line, for example, like echo. And paste the domain name here. And then we can tunnel to T command with option for A to append to host file. Okay, it's done. Now if we go back to the browser and refresh this site, remember the path should be the darker one. So I think this must be the hint left by the author or left by the machine. Okay, and there is picture. We can save this picture to our working directory. Oh, not this one. Maybe we can open up in new tab, and then we can save image to our working directory. Then we can use some sorts of tools to analyze this picture. And first of all, we can use Xif2 to display all metadata about this picture, but nothing there or nothing interesting we are interested in, no such information. And next we can use stack-seek to see whether there is any hidden message inside this picture, but nothing like that. So I think we cannot find anything from anything hidden from the picture. So we need to move forward. And next we need to check its source code, but nothing interesting there. And next we can check whether this site has robots file. Not found. And next we can launch our Nicto to do the Nicto. And we can copy the URL or domain name and press enter. Okay, we found the directory images, and now we can go to this directory images, but just one picture we have already reviewed earlier. So now we can go back to the nothing we can get from the Nicto. Next we can use GoBuster to do the directory enumeration, and I'd like to auto-complete this command. As you can see over here, I use the dir command to enumerate or make brute forcing against the directory, and use the option of U to specify the URL, and use the W to specify the word list, and use option of X to specify the extensions. Okay, so for now we just press enter. Of course, in this case, GoBuster cannot discover anything beyond directories and files what we have already discovered earlier, like images and index.php. So to save time, I'd like to interrupt it here. So now I think we need to do some subdomain fuzzing, and also you can use GoBuster, but I always prefer wfuzz2, and we can use wfuzz2 with option of C to color output, and we can, so maybe I can auto-complete this command. So as you can see over here, yeah, I specify the URL and use the H option to specify the host and put the fuzz word keyword or placer rather, and use option of W to specify the word list. Of course, you can use dedicated subdomain word list, but I always use this one, the word list for the directory. And now we can press enter. A lot of output, so we can put some filtering option. Also, we can filter out the response for 100. So a lot of available subdomains for this target, and we need to append all of them to the host file to access such domains or such subdomains, and this will cost a bit long time. Anyway, I do not want to waste your time. So after I append all subdomains to the host file, and then I will come back. See you there. As you can see over here, I have already appended all subdomains into the host file. So next we need to access all of the subdomains. And for example, like network subdomain, we can paste in the address bar. So it looks like it's running right CMS, and even give us the version information, so we can copy and paste in my notebook. And next we can access the next subdomain. As you can see, we get the same application or same content from the target. Actually, when you access all of the subdomains, you will get the same application. So next, we need to find the entry to the machine. However, at this moment, we do not have anything else. We just know the type of CMS, so we can use such a sprite and the CMS name, paste in here. I think this CMS has some sort of exploit like this one and this one. However, both exploits are authenticated. It means that first of all, we need to be authenticated first. But now at this moment, we don't know where to be authenticated. So we can copy this exploit to our working directory. So go to the following URL. So I think the default username and password and the directory should be CMS. And we can access this subdirectory, but not found. And you can walk through all subdomains until you will get different result. When you access deliver subdomain, as you can see, this time we are prompted by this login panel, and we can use the admin as username, and password is also admin to log in. However, cannot work. So maybe its password has been changed. Okay, whatever. So now I think we need to do some brute forcing against this login panel, and we can inspect, open up the inspect, go to the network tab and admin and password, and we can log in, and we can get the first request, which is a post request, and then we can launch our Hydra. And maybe I'd like to auto-complete this command. So the username should be admin, and the word list I'll use the locq word list, and then the -f means when the Hydra finds the valid password, it will stop, and followed by the host name, and then the service type. And then this should be the login page. You can get it from here. You can copy, and then the username or request payload. Also, you can get it from the request payload. You can switch on to raw and then copy the entire payload, and then you can use placer user and password to replace respective field, and then the error message when we submit the invalid password, this case should be the wrong. We do not need to put the entire sentence or strings. We just put the keywords. Okay, so now we can press enter. Yeah, very quick. Immediately Hydra can discover its password, and we can copy and log in to this CMS. Login. So now I think we need to find, or maybe we can use the, this one, maybe this Python script. However, if you go to the administration and go to the file manager, we can directly upload the file, including the malicious PHP file. And I've already got this reverse shell file ready. Yeah, this one. And then you can upload the file, browse, navigate to our working directory, Undiscovered. And we do not need to change anything else. We can upload the file. No error. No any control on the target in place, okay? And before we access this file, we need to set up the listener by netcat on the Kali Linux, and then we can access. It looks like it's working perfectly, okay? So now we can check the Python. Python 2 is there. So how about Python 3? Python 3 is there. And then we can, we can spawn the interactive or better shell. We can import pty module, spawn bin bash. It's better. Now we can do the local immersion easily. And the two normal user, Ninert, permission denied, William, permission denied. So next we need to do some local immersion further. The var and go to backups. Nothing there. Go to www directory. So maybe we can upload the Olympia shell script to do the automatic immersion. And how to do? We can open up another tab on the Kali Linux. Zoom in the terminal. I've already got this script ready. Next, we need to upload this script to the target. And the way to do it is very easy. We just set up the web server on the Kali Linux by Python http://server module. And then we can use wget to upload without any issue, right? Limpiers. And we can make it executable to run. And then we can execute this Limpier shell script. I think during the stage of the privilege escalation, in most cases, we need to, make use of Limpier shell script to do the automatic immersion, because it can automatically enumerate out very rich information about the target machine. For example, like SUID, binary information, capabilities information. I think we have already found the vector, which is highlighted in yellow and the red color. It's done, and then we can scroll up. So this one we can copy. So I think next we can utilize the capabilities of a specific binary to elevate a privilege or make a lateral movement. So nothing else we can get from the Limpier shell script. Cron job information, process information, although there's some local exploits, but these are not what I'm interested in at this moment. So next, I think, we need to try utilize the capability of this Vim binary, and I've already opened up this page, and I think we just copy this command, and then we can run it. User bin vim basic, and paste in here. However, we got the error permission denied. So I think, to be honest, when I did the machine, I was a bit lost. I've already done almost everything what I can, but nothing we can get. I mean, to elevate a privilege. After all, our ultimate goal is to get a privileged shell. Okay, so how to do? At the stage of the map scanning, we know that the NFS surface is running. However, when we access this shell on the target, we get the error, a bit weird error. So next, I think we need to enumerate some information relating to the NFS, and we can cut out the exports file. As you can see here, it does the target. It does has share, and this should be the the location of shares, and of course there is on configuration root squash. So it means I think this is a good configuration. It means that we cannot run it as root user to our advantage. And so how to do next? We need to, maybe I can open up another tab. Open tab. Maybe I can, and we can, for example, we can, we can set up the share, and then we can sudo mount NFS and the IP address of the target, the home. Maybe it would be wiser for me. Copy and paste here and share. So I think no error, right? So next we can go inside this. However, we got the error. So how to do? I think first of all we can unmount this share. Maybe so we can use, because this user, we can trick the target, and we can use, because the MVS will use the UID to identify, or to identify the user, and we can create the new user, and this new user has the same UID as Vulnhub. We can cut out its UID. Yeah, the UID is this one. We can copy. Oh, not this one. Not paste. We copy this UID. So we can create new user with the UID as 3003, and then we can use this UID or Vulnhub to access the target's share. Okay, so let me show you in action, and you know what I mean. Okay, and so how to do? We can, first of all, maybe I'd like to zoom in the terminal. First of all, we need to create a new user add, and the username is Bob. I think username doesn't matter, because the NFS will use the UID to identify. However, the UID should be this one, 3003. And also we can give the password for this user, 12345, 12345, and of course we need to mount this shot to the directory where the Bob user have a permission to access. So it means that we need to go to the temp directory, and we can create the directory like share, and then we can sudo run this again, NFS. Okay, no error. And now, currently we cannot access the share. For example, if you want to go inside this directory, we got an error. So we need to change the user to the Bob 12345, and we can make it interactive, and then we can go now with this UID or Vulnhub, and I think now we can go navigate into this share. As you can see, no problem. Even now we are in the home directory of the Vulnhub user, and the next I think we can get the user flag without a problem, And next, I think, of course, just now, so far, we didn't get the real share. We just can access to this home directory of the user winning on the target. And because we have a permission, including the writing permission to this share file, share directory. So next we can upload the private key, the public key to the target, and then we can use this key pair to access to the target. And how to do? And we can open up another tab, and we can navigate to our working directory again, Undiscovered. Zoom in the terminal. So maybe this video will be going on a bit long time, so please be patient. Okay, now we can use the SSH key generator, and then we can copy. I want save key pairs under the current working directory. Okay, no passphrase. So now, and we can get out the public key, and we can copy this public key and go back to the, of course, we can create the SSH directory, and then we can echo and to authorized keys. Okay, no error. Now I think we can use a private key to connect to the target. Yes, as you can see, no problem, right? And here immediately we, of course, next we need to do more. We do not have permission to get out the bash history file. I think this one script, and the owner is Leonard. So, and also this script, we can use the file command, the file script. So this is the payload, the 64-bit payload. And since this binary or this script has SUID bit, and if we run this script, and then we'll get the privilege of the owner. This case is Leonard temporarily. Okay, so we can run it. However, we just get some output. Start at the main area. Make sure to keep this secret safe from anyone else. And also there is a domain. We can get out a domain. As you can see, the domain shell script is doing the same thing as this script. Okay, just echo. Of course, I think the domain shell script itself is not possible to manipulate. Very simple command echo. So next we need to download this script to the Kali Linux for further more analysis, right? For example, like debugging and or reverse engineering. We can open up another tab, and I'd like to start the surface of SSH on the Kali Linux again. Then we can, of course, you can use different way to transfer this file to the Kali Linux, but in this case, I'd like to use this SCP and Kali. I think we can. We want to save into our working directory, and we can name it to script as well. Yes, no problem. Now we can go back, and we can make it executable script. And I think next we can use Ghidra to reverse engineering this script. Close, and we can open up new project, and the name is test, and we can, oh sorry, we can import file, and we can select OK, analyze, OK, and if you go to the main functions, as you can see here, now of course this is C code which is a bit complicated. You can, for example, you can use some online tool to help us to understand this code. Basically this is just we make some, this is a conditional statement. If we specify the argument, and then even no, because this is equals 0, even no argument is specified by this script binary, and then we'll run the mean as actually this, we have already seen this output. Okay, else if we specify the argument to this script binary, and then here is some pass, okay, some pass, and we'll set the UID to this one. This is another user Leonard, and here straight cat will append our argument to the pass. Okay, and then next we'll execute this command. Okay, or cat out this command, the file. Okay, so let me show you how to do. Next, I think we can go back. We can, for example, we can run script. This time we can pass some arguments. For example, we want to get, because this will append to the directory or the pass. Okay, we must not specify the absolute path, otherwise we will get an error. And so here we want to retrieve the private key of the Leonard user. As you can see, no problem this time. And then we can copy the private key, and then we can, for example, the ID, and then we can, make permission to 400, and then we can log in to the target with the user Leonard. No problem. So next we need to do some more enumeration. Just now, I think at or earlier, we found the Vim basic has capability, and the next time, but at that time we do not have permission to run. But however, if we run this binary now, Vim basic, now this time we have the permission to run or execute this command. So next, I think we can copy and run it again. However, we get the error, right? We get the error. Actually, we need to use Python 3 rather Python 2. I don't know what caused this issue, but anyway, Python 2 and Python 3 available on the target. And now we can go to, as you can see, we are successful. Now we can go into root directory and get out. So no, go to root directory, and then we can get out the root flag without any problem, right? So that's all I like to do in this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.